And we are live. 2.5 Guys Podcast. I'm your boy, Midget.
I'm your boy, Doe Stacks.
Shout out to our girl, Rose. No, I'm not trying to be cool. Got a little eye irritation. I didn't want to come over here looking like the Frankenstein. So, some makeshift shades I found. So, don't talk about me. What's going on, Joe?
I'm good, my boy. How you?
I'm good, man. Can't complain.
Ain't no need.
Yeah, man. Hey, like I was saying, man, history about to be made tonight. I can't complain.
Hey, Midge,
Yeah.
if y'all lose this game,
It'll be pointless. It'll be
they're
what?
gonna they're gonna break that shit up.
Oh yeah, Jalen Brown out. He gonna get that money. That money. And I can't be mad at him.
I mean, he already got the money. It's just somebody got to pick up that big ass contract.
Listen.
Because he made the all NBA
team. Tatum, for that's $600 million between the two of them.
Huh?
That's $600 million between two of them, I think.
Yeah, it's like 240 and 260, right?
Yeah, it's like it's like 280 and 240 something like that. I want to say. Yeah, it's almost 600, man.
For two motherfuckers that can't dribble.
That turn the ball over at a high rate.
Two motherfuckers that can't dribble. Listen, y'all 6'7" and 6'9", and both of y'all dribble the ball high enough for me to pick you.
They dribble too high, man.
And wide.
And wide. Like Brown, every time he gets to lane, if you get a hand on it, it's coming off his knee.
Yeah.
It's coming off his knee. So, but we was missing Malcolm Brogdon. That game shouldn't have been that close
at
Saturday
all.
Because
look, I was watching the whole time. And I kept turning back to it. And I say, man, they fucking up and letting Miami keep it close.
Yep. And you know who pisses me off? I like the guy, but he pisses me off. That doggone Marcus Smart. You can do some dumb things that time.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. You might not agree with me. I think I said it before.
Mm-hmm.
He's the piece that y'all need to swap out.
And here's my thing. Like, I like the kid, but his two plays I'm gonna go over that were just not smart. So when Jimmy Butler was struggling, Jimmy faded to the right wing or right corner, between corner and wing. And what's up, Dorsey? And he closed out, but he didn't close out hard. You're playing for your season. He kind of shifted over, and he just threw his hand. I know Jimmy's struggling. But
you can't stunt that play.
This the
you
NBA.
Can't stunt that play.
No, you give guys the NBA. Like, I'm surprised Duncan Robinson ain't can both of them three. I think he was just so excited and the pressure was on.
Shot to be open.
Yeah, he shot himself. But that's the first. And then the second play is when he gave the lane up for Jimmy Butler to get the and one on Al Horford.
Yeah,
he didn't even slid to cut him off. Like, make him change directions. You open up thinking a screen coming. I'd rather him go to the middle where there's ample help than him go one-on-one with Al Horford.
And regardless to how good a defense Al Horford play, he's not a shot blocker. Yeah. He can block your shot or two.
But you got to think, if I'm coming downhill full steam, that's any NBA player.
Yeah.
Like, I'm at the advantage if you just standing there and I'm waiting for you to attack me. Like,
you can't hedge that.
A lower bucket. So, or you getting dunked on. So,
facts.
I hope Joe Mazzulla went over those two plays to show, hey man, our game on the line, man. We can't.
Shit, his job on the line, because they ain't gonna re-sign him if they lose.
I mean, first year to get to the, just like him, just like Darvin Ham, I can't be mad at them guys, man. Yeah, they did. Robert Williams definitely need some. He needs some insure or something. Every time I look, he get hurt. Every time I look.
He about bad as AD.
I'm telling you, man. No, I don't know if anybody bad as AD, other than Kawhi.
Oh, I was about to say.
Kawhi have legitimate reasons from what I hear. I heard his knees like Brandon Roy and
the cartilage leaving.
Huh?
The cartilage leaving out them knees.
Yeah, the way he says he limp around all the time. They say if you watch him walk, he looked like he generally in pain. So I was killing Kawhi, but when I heard those stories, I was like, I know you're trying to play
Yeah.
through it, my boy, but you
I,
got you
hey,
got
I, hey, I feel not to change the subject, but I feel bad by Lonzo Ball too.
yeah, because he's young. He's not no superstar, but he's a good talent. 6'7" point guard with great court vision and can play defense. You
And was
know,
actually becoming a actually decent shooter.
and was developing into a decent shooter. So, I mean, you get those hiccups, and then you look at my little brother out there balling out of control, and I'm like, man, I'm a little jealous. So it's one of them things, man. I hope they find something that helps him out both ways. But what we got tonight, though?
Man, something we've
Wheel-
been holding back on discussing. Wheelchair
Like,
80.
right, like I was saying, man.
No. What Charles Barkley calls
Street clothes.
street clothes.
But you know, like I was saying, man, like I had to decompress from all the reality, the realistic type show. So I had to decompress from Ozark and Snowfall. And then when you put in
Mhm.
perspective and told me, said you got to look at it like it's a soap opera, that's when I was
Yeah,
like, okay, you're right. You're right. Because
got to.
Power Ghost Book 2 should be called Power Book. Oops, isn't this a coincidence? Cause I swear though, this is the most
Hey man.
coincidental show I've ever seen in my life, though.
Hey, bro, this is the young and the young and the restless
Listen, like when you
all
think
over
you got to
again.
clear, like just some examples. Oh, what's my boy, the little fruit cup? The brother,
Who, what's his name? I really don't be
Drew.
paying no attention. Drew.
Drew.
Yeah, I don't be paying no
Well,
attention
Drew
to
just
Drew no
happened to
more.
be in bed with his lover, who his mama paid to kill his daddy, and you get a text saying, some random text. Like if it's done, it's done. We shouldn't be texting. Y'all leaving all kind of evidence on there, like. And then you go to the buildings. For some reason, there's a camera on the lockers now, which nobody seemed to see but Effie.
I mean, but you don't remember when they had something had happened earlier. No, they put those cameras up after Braden and them.
Braden, yeah.
Yeah, and they hadn't used that locker
Yeah.
in well over a semester, so they didn't know.
Yeah, but Effie saw that thing flat out. It's just so many coincidences. Like, oh, Method Man, you the super smart lawyer, but Sachs come in and find a chink in the armor and got your brother out. Like, huh?
Hey, bro,
It's a lot of coincidences, man.
I ain't gonna flex. It been time for those of y'all. Sorry, it's about to be spoilers. The season's over with. You should have watched it by now.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, Power
It was
Book
time for Sachs to go.
Yeah, it was.
It was time for Sachs to go.
They was holding on. He been playing both sides of the coin for too long, man. Ever since Power.
Ever since he was a cop.
I want him to get taken out in Power. Because he made Angela Valdez's life live hell.
He was worse in Power. He was just sneaky here, but
worse in Power.
It's just crazy how he's still haunting them from the grave with all these letters.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just so, like, and then they put stuff together so quickly. Like, I bet Tariq told Senator Tate about the drug bust, and like, how y'all figure that out?
I mean, dog, it's all about convenience. But the writers do a good job of keeping it at a pace to where you're going to stay interested, because you never know.
You know it's
what's
going to happen
next.
You know something's gonna come. You know something's gonna lead. You know, one thing that happened can't be all good. Like, I can't find out, like, oh, such and such killed such and such, and that's the end of it. No, something's gonna get leaked, or somebody gonna text. Some fingerprints gonna be left over. Like
yo, just like I feel like you see our old girl just threw the phone in the trash can as her and her family was leaving. That's gonna come back to bite them.
Right.
Like, Angela Valdez's nephew being one of the cops now, that's gonna come back to bite them.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
no. Diana only gave out that one letter, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiana. She only gave out the one to Tommy's mom.
So, question: is Ghost coming back? Because I keep seeing the rumors swirling.
It wouldn't shock me at this point, man, because
Because
he
when
ain't doing
Tommy
nothing.
popped up and Tasha popped up, I'm like, I thought Tommy was in
Listen,
Chicago.
listen. I like how it's lining up because Tariq had become entwined with everybody so deep to you really thought that was going to be his family till the last episode.
Yeah.
Now he got him, Braden, his mama, who's a real gangster,
Mm-hmm.
and his uncle say he gonna stay out of it, but just to intertwine the shows, they're gonna keep letting Tommy come back like the Grim
Tommy
Reaper.
gonna pop back out.
Hey, Tommy Egan, the Grim Reaper, bro.
Hey man,
How you pull up on the Fed spot
and kill 2 feds
off top?
off top, then
Grim
get
Reaper.
shot at, and the Fed just happen to have a bad aim, hit a vase that just happened to be there. You shoot. How you travel? Everybody know your car, Tommy. Your car has been significant from the beginning of time. They've been looking for this blue Mustang forever in a day.
Hey,
you can drive from Chicago to.
Hey, it's just like my boy say, as far as New York go, I'm already dead. They ain't looking for me.
Man, it's just like how in the crazy part, like I'm still baffled at how Tommy just riding to LA, stopped in Chicago and took over a whole organization.
Hey man, hey. I mean, shit, he learned from Ghost.
You're right. But you know what? I had to go into it with the soap opera state of mind, like, hey, this is what it is.
You gotta admit it. You gotta admit, anybody that you want to see get got on Power, gonna get got.
Eventually.
In some way, shape, form, or fashion. They don't leave no stone unturned.
I wonder why Redman gave up the role as
because he didn't want to take the shot. He didn't want to take the shot.
Oh, okay. He didn't want to. Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't want to shoot himself.
Yeah. He talked about it on his Instagram live. He didn't want to take the shot.
Yeah, and there's people like that who believe like you don't point fake guns at people, you don't do stuff like that because that's karma. So, and especially way rappers, it don't matter nowadays. People talking to any rapper.
No. He didn't want to take the vaccine.
Oh, okay. I thought you
he didn't want to take the vaccine. See, they didn't know he wasn't unvaccinated when he first did the first filming, but when it came time for season 2, they was like, huh?
You still tripping off the vaccine?
In New York, they are. In New York, yeah.
I guess it's crowded. I mean, y'all got rats, man. The size of people.
Come on, man. Listen. Sorry, New Yorkers. I love y'all, but y'all are from the second dirtiest city that I've ever been to.
Love y'all.
Y'all second behind Atlanta.
Atlanta that dirty?
Atlanta dirty as shit, man.
I guess I don't pay much attention.
That shit look glamorous.
Last time I was in Dunwoody, so that was the glamorous side. So
that's the glamour side. Atlanta nasty, bro.
Yeah, I got you. So, but you know what, man? I had to take the realistic, based off almost true events, glasses off, and put on my soap opera glasses. And you know what? It wasn't bad. But
I thoroughly enjoyed myself outside of a little bit of lazy writing. Like it was some lazy writing along the way.
Yeah, it was. And you know what, man? I'm tired of seeing Drew.
Yo, they had him clapping too much cheeks. They had Drew clapping too much cheeks from like episode 2 through like 6.
Yeah, oh my God, he was clapping everybody. Like,
hey, Darcy, I'm waiting on Miz to do this right now. Yeah.
That girl.
Oh shit.
Where my boy harmonica at, man? He got a harmonica somewhere around here.
With them shades on, you just magically know how to play that motherfucker right now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
but I mean, once you separate, because I feel like we was making a mistake earlier in like season 1, comparing Power to the Ozarks and the Snowfalls.
And that was my fault.
Not that.
That's my fault.
It's not that.
It's a different genre. You're looking at
It definitely is.
loosely based off true events compared to a story written from scratch, which is
Pure fiction. Pure
pretty
fiction.
hard in itself. By the way, to keep coming up with these
And
twists.
and you gotta admit, they've created characters that we can actually attach to and love.
Oh yeah. That's easy.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy for me to.
Now, I gotta admit, last episode, I'm happy it happened, but
Mhm.
it was real cheesy how Tasha and Tommy
Made
hashed
up,
that shit out.
hash it up
Like the only
in the
thing missing
middle
was
of
the
the
violin
feds.
music playing now.
Listen, ain't no way the feds are more than 2 minutes away watching, surveilling a house. So for Tommy to shoot them, go in there, her knock out Tariq, her get, have her tell the mama the story. Like, this is what you gonna tell him. Dude came in, he argued with me, he knocked Tariq out, and he took me. Like, that's a lot of information in the 5 minutes they got there.
Hey man, it's power, baby.
Yeah, but hey, I get it. I know soap opera of it. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Is the young detective actually Angie and Ghost Son from Youth? That is something that I heard tiptoeing around, but I feel like it'd be a conflict of interest without Ghost being there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I still hate Tariq. Just a little bit.
You supposed to. I get it.
But one thing I will say, this is the best dressed cast ever.
Oh my God.
Hands
Oh my
down, I
God.
don't care what show you put against it. The clothing and the styling of this show is amazing. Them jackets
Yes.
Braden be having on,
Man.
I'm thinking about hitting my bootleg site
Like, yo,
overseas and getting replicas.
like, listen, even the lawyers, bro.
Yo, that coat Tyreek had on coming from the funeral of, was it Lorenzo? That black coat that was fading into looked like it was two-tone. Yeah, that coat about $5,000, man. I give my
48, brother. 48, brother. That Supreme shirt that Braden brother had on.
Mm-hmm.
That shit like 1,800.
That Versace Letterman, that rude Letterman Braden had on. Yeah. These kids be walking around in Celine, Versace, like, yo.
I'm talking about just going to class shit.
And you know what was funny? When old Hotep boy was like, how you can't afford books, but you got a Birkin bag?
Yeah.
That don't make sense.
Hey, yo, Kane be fresh too.
Kane be fresh. He be no fresh because it look like he be wearing the same thing over and over again.
But no, nigga, that shit be Vera Wang and fucking
and Dolce and Gabbana, like especially the one with the embroidery, you can faintly see it, bro. I'm like, yo, the budget on that clothing.
I got that same Amiri shirt that old buddy had on.
Listen,
mine ain't real, but I got it.
Listen, that's why I said, man, some of them jackets, I might have to go find the Chinese plug, man.
Listen, everybody wear J's. I'm talking about the hard to find J's. Like Tariq threw on a pair of Jordan 4 black cats the other day, like it was nothing.
Reek had on what was it? The Dolce and Gabbana ones, or is that what they are? The black and gray from a funeral.
Yeah,
like, come on, dude.
Yeah, like, come on, but we never see them shop.
We never see them shop.
You want to know something else I noticed about Power?
What that?
We've never seen it summertime. I'm talking about not from season 1.
You're right.
It's never been summertime.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I guess the clothing just look better when it's layered. Yo, and how Tariq finally get a car and old boy come and take it?
2-Bit.
Come on, 2-Bit, man.
I like how they keep bringing back 2-Bit.
2-Bit ain't even been really real like that, man. Somebody got to take 2-Bit out, man. And first of all, I see why Tyreek broke. You paying the lawyer, Davis? you paying doggone 2-bit, and you paying Councilman Tate's 5 G's a week.
He's selling up. He's selling up drugs, Mitch.
Listen, there's a lot of
he's selling up drugs.
There's a lot of drug addicts in New York, and by this show, boy.
You see that warehouse? They got to move all that.
Listen, man, I've never seen the worst.
Make my own Clorox bleach. I want to see how that turned out, Darcy.
Oh shit! Yeah, get you a trench coat and you try to do that, and let me know how it turned out.
Hey, that shit might turn out fly as fuck.
That coat fire though.
You do it right.
That's an amazing coat, yo. That's an amazing coat.
Like, yo, like really, like they style make me want to grow up.
Yeah, it's a girl on TikTok who go over what they're wearing. I guess people ask like what they're wearing, and she go down the line. Too. She like, this is Vera Wang, and she showed the price. This is Louis Vuitton. This is such and such.
It's a dude on TikTok that do it too.
That rude jacket Braden had on, man, I was like, oh my God. Then he followed up with Versace Letterman. Yo, they're the best dressed cast I've ever seen.
Hands down. Hands down. It's I bet you they spend more money on clothes than anything.
They spend money on clothes and probably the set. I'm telling you, but overall, man, you know, it takes me a while to build up to watch it. But I finally watched Power and get into, because it took me 2 seasons because I hated Tyreek so much. And then I binge watched the first and second season. I was like, okay, this ain't bad. So, you know.
So did you get to finish out this series? I mean, this last season?
I finished out this last season. So I'm in, you know, I waited till the last episode because I heard the leaks, the fake leaks, all this stuff.
Stars is so fucking. I think Stars is just that hood.
I think that's marketing, man.
To where they just it's always the last 2 episodes of every season.
Cause no other show, man. I think that's good marketing. Oh, let's create a fake leakage of a throwaway episode we did and make them think. Cause it's probably a cut up of B-roll.
This shit was accurate this year, Midge.
Oh, really? See, somebody said, I saw I guess it was like
it was like one or 2 scenes that was different, but they were pretty accurate.
Yeah, so I never watched the leaks. I do remember when Raina got shot. I remember when that episode leaked, but I didn't watch it. But everybody was talking about, oh man, Raina gone, because I ended up losing some Facebook friends, which, you know, I mended and accepted them recently. But I lost some Facebook friends when they told me Raina died before I got to watch it.
Once they hit my block list, they stay there. Until I see them in public and they be like, oh man, I don't see you on Facebook no more. Oh, man, I don't see you either, man. I don't know. Algorithm.
Yeah, there's something wrong with this algorithm, man. Speaking of algorithm, TikTok banned the TikTok podcast page after we now made so much momentum. I'm like,
man, we just got to start over, man.
So now I'm trying to wait.
Did they ever find out why?
There was like copyrights, but then literally after I swiped up and went to my personal account, I saw a part 3 and 4 of this dude who was recording a show, and I'm like, come on, man, y'all can't be this hypocritical, man. So TikTok is
they probably was fucking with us because we wasn't active.
Yeah, man. I'm like, come on, man. But it's like old clips, like come on, man, like. These clips been dead. Like, all you had to do is tell me delete them, I would delete them.
So what they say about the appeal? They was just
I ain't saw nothing yet. I put in the appeal. I told them we're a podcast. We talk about TVs and shows. That's why these are clips we use. All you gotta do is tell me, hey, just put I don't own the rights to this movie or this TV show, and I'll put that in all my clips. You know, what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. But it's a lot of hard work. Put into that. And
we got to put in that work again because I already see 2 other 2.5 guys, and like I don't think they podcast. I know one of them is like a something we got to do with cooking, and the other one I don't even know what it is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We got to make sure the motherfuckers didn't like dox us, like didn't like report us, like, you know what I mean? Because motherfuckers will do that shit.
You know what?
And we probably would. Well, we're not the least active because I looked at both of them and neither one of them got like more than 4 or 5 posts.
And see, that's what I'm saying. I had 5,400 followers. Just reached 5,400.
Wow.
In that little short time that I was doing this, just trying to promote, but it is what it is. So
we got to start over. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have to start doing Instagram lives or.
No, we need to take our ass to YouTube, bro.
Okay. I mean, we on YouTube. We got it.
No, I'm talking about go live on YouTube.
We're on there right now.
Oh, we are?
Yes.
Oh shit! Shout out YouTube. What's happening?
We are live on there right now. So I went through the process and did all that. So we just got to promote it more. So it is what it is. So rest in peace, Tina Turner, Anna Mae Bullock, whatever you want to call her.
Hey, Midge.
Yes, sir.
Can I be the devil's advocate right quick if you're going to bring up Tina?
Go ahead, man.
I'm sorry. I love Tina. I love the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I loved, it was part of our upbringing. Like, we saw the movie.
The first iconic, I guess.
Biopic. But
yeah, biopic.
From what I've been hearing and from research,
mm-hmm.
Boy, they did Ike Turner wrong, boy.
I actually watched the Unsung of Ike Turner.
And it's like reputable people that despise Tina because of the things she allowed to be lied and fabricated with this movie. That studio grape scene never happened.
Yeah.
That eat the cake scene never happened.
Really? I know the studio they said never happened because there was some people who were there.
The pool party fight didn't go like that. That was the first time he actually had to manhandle her. Judge Joe Brown said she was beating on Ike because Ike had writer's block. And he got tired of her beating on him in front of the patrons at the party. So he manhandled her.
And like I said, I watched the Unsung and from his kids to people in the band to people who were actually around during the making of some of these songs. They kind of hinted toward yo, it ain't went like that, But either way, I know some abuse happened, but to that extreme.
But they played it up.
But
they turned the volume up 110%. Like
Hollywood,
and they brushed over how actually bad of a person Tina Turner was to a lot of people.
But you think about it though. Think about the first domestic case between black people you remember. Between two black couples. Well, a black couple.
Yeah.
It was Ike and Tina. So every time we said something, it was like, oh, there go Ike and Tina. That was like a common thing to say.
Yeah.
Oh, there go Ike and Tina.
Like yo, but they drug Ike, man.
Yeah. They and that's how.
And she let them. Like they say that's partially the reason why she moved overseas and never came back.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, but you look at the Whitney, one Whitney story will get it right, but before that, they made it seem like Bobby was the introducer of all the narcotics. So all these years, you let Bobby take the blame because his bad boy image, and then come to find out she was the
she introduced him
right
to the hard drugs.
So it was
Bobby wasn't snorting no cocaine before Whitney, boy.
Bobby smoked that weed.
Drinking was his problem. Smoking weed.
Right.
He used to smoke dirties. You feel me?
But yeah, so it. Hollywood essentially sensationalized some things, especially when it comes to our characters.
Mm-hmm.
Just like now, people saying they should do a surviving P. Diddy. Come on.
Listen. They say him and Trey Songz make R. Kelly look like PG rated. Yo, I done heard. Yo, they say Trey Songz was the worst. Yo,
I've heard that from numerous sources.
Yo, they say when they get around to doing his story and P. Diddy, they say you gonna find out Pete, like Puffy, we want to be on Revolt, but they say you the devil.
Listen, when I went to Fayetteville State, there was a girl from Virginia that I knew. And I talked to her maybe a year or two ago. And she was like, yo, everything you hear about Trey Songz is real. I was like, nah. She was like, yo. She's like, he's from my hometown. She's like, he's from my hometown. Like,
I mean, but Midgie, like, you got to take that with a grain of salt, because you know people from our hometown fabricate some shit.
Yeah,
you know, like.
But when
she may know,
when everybody's saying it though. If one person saying, I can be like, two people saying, I'm like, oh, they homies, they probably concoct this together. But when everybody's saying it though, it got to be some truth to this.
Yeah,
some truth. So
Trey Songz, listen, what they say when Trey Songz will drop, bro. They say they literally say he make R. Kelly's story PG. Y'all gonna let R. Kelly out?
Huh? You said, oh no, don't let R. Kelly out. No, I ain't going that far. I ain't going that far.
No, would shock me if Kels get out.
Nah, I mean, shoot, it. Nah, I don't know.
I know,
Bill, I can understand. Bill Cosby, I can understand because it was happening so long ago, and you know, I feel like some of these stories weren't fully accurate.
Look here, man. All of them was popping Quaaludes and drinking Coke 45.
Yeah, that was like somebody said. That was the drug of choice back then.
They was doing that shit together, Midgie. He wasn't sneaking that shit in their drinks. He was putting it in their hand, and they was putting it in their mouth.
Like when you tell somebody come to my room to audition in the wee hours of the night, you kind of know what's up.
Just like the Mike Tyson situation.
Right. So, you know, but I can always say, you know, hey, Bill was a big black man. Mike Tyson was a big black man.
Ain't neither one of them that big, Midge. Ain't neither one of them taller than 6'2".
I mean, like, you know.
If you ever get famous, you in trouble.
Listen, I'm not going nowhere by myself. I operate by the 2 adult rule. Even when coaching. If I'm around a child, hey, don't leave coach. Stick around till the child parent come.
Yes, sir.
I don't need nobody saying somebody pat me on the butt. Nah, I don't do that.
Yes, sir.
2 adult rule. I learned that when I first started coaching. And that stick with me that's the one thing that's gonna stick with me throughout my coaching career. So
she said she heard an interview. One of the girls said, girls for Trey said it was crazy. Man, that wouldn't shock me, man.
Nah. And people didn't believe Keke Palmer when she said it.
And I believed her. I believed her for some reason.
Because they tried to make her seem crazy. Because, you know, she went through a spell where she wasn't really doing no movies or nothing like that. And it's kind of, I don't want to say blackball, but she was just like outside of Hollywood. She wasn't like in like she was younger. So the thing was, I'm Trey Songz, you Keke Palmer has been. What I need to do this to you for? How the tables have turned.
Hey, not to change the subject, but a real little quick fight. How you feel about Rose and DJ Envy right now?
It's too far, man. It's too far, and it's too purposeless.
Yeah,
like
it's a waste of time.
Like I didn't like Envy bringing in Gunplay, needing a GoFundMe for his child.
You see, Gunplay checked him.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like Rose telling Envy bring his kids and your girl, and they can clean my pool and do all that. Then like if y'all don't keep it car show, Rick Ross just say, yo, I got more money than you, because y'all both rich black men. I got more money than you. My car show, the cars at my show are way fire. We're not on the same level. Leave it at that. The Envy can say, hey, I do it for the community. I take any car, don't matter. You know, I do 4 shows a year, you do 1, whatever. Keep it that way. But when you bring in family and use a former CEO and Gunplay.
Who do you think crossed the line first?
I think Ross crossed the line first.
He was just flexing at first. He didn't cross the line.
Beige boy. Well, Okay, so when did the whole "you come clean my pool, bring your kids"?
That happened after Envy came on with the cop suit.
Okay.
The beige boy triggered Envy.
See, because I don't even think the whole rent my house out thing was anything. Because if Rick Ross know, hey, that's the check. Nobody's sleeping in my bed. They just
I
filming
mean,
a
he
movie.
didn't rent it out. He let them film a whole friggin' movie there.
Yeah, Envy was like, they stayed in his house. Like, no, these people not staying in Rick Ross.
No, they didn't stay there.
Yeah, so so that I don't think that was far. Whenever the family came into play,
Yeah.
that's when I was like, all right, it's getting. And Charlamagne said, even before I was listening to the interview, Charlamagne, when Envy was saying the good brother gunplay, Charlamagne said it. He was like, going too far. You can hear it clear as day.
He did. Cause he know them Florida boys gonna check you.
Right. That you going too far. He said it, and Envy ignored and kept going. So yeah. That's one thing I can say about Cyclone people. We know how to dial it back. And with that New York pride of Envy and that flossing of Rick Ross, like Charlamagne, like, hey, listen, it's going too far. Stop while y'all here. But
That's
nobody listen. When that ego come in, nobody want to listen.
Cause Rick Ross is sending them boys to beat you up now.
Yeah. He did that to Vlad, didn't he?
You better ask Vlad.
He did that to Vlad. So, but
listen. Still to this day, Vlad can't even say Rick Ross' name.
Nah, he can't. He sued Rick Ross, got a little settlement.
$300,000.
He can't even. Yeah, it wasn't much. And
pocket change to that man.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, it's crazy. It's a crazy world out there. But I wish it didn't get this far. And I love Nori, but Nori be kind of instigating some stuff in this last past year.
I'm tired of Nori and Gilly.
I love Nori, man. But Nori, like, first of all, I love Drink Champs, but I can't watch.
I'm tired of Nori, Gilly, and Joe Budden.
I can't watch 4 hours of podcasting in one sitting. There's only so much interview questions you can ask. So to do a 4-hour, and I know y'all got stories for days, hip-hop stories for days, but you got to break that down, man. That's 4 hours, 3 hours of podcast. And I used to try, and I think the last one I watched was Nas on there. Or not, might have been not Nas. Might have been the one with Fab, Jadakiss, and Diddy.
And Diddy.
These stories are long. Like this show is long. Because they clap for everything, round of applause for this, and that adds up, man. So, but
it's getting stale.
Even into a lot of things, and I don't like that side of Nori. I like the funny Nori. I don't like that side, but hey,
the money too good, man. The folk getting cocky now.
Yeah, they
because like for one, I don't like how these niggas be want to beef with the actual podcast that I actually do watch. Like, it's up there is up there Fogo Looney. Like, I watch them boys.
Okay. You had mentioned him about 2 weeks ago about something, I think. So
he don't want to debate with him because that's one of the few people. That's one of the few podcast hosts that I feel like can actually out talk Joe Budden.
Okay.
Like, you can't finesse that shit with him because he coming from a different perspective. That man really come from the streets. That man really come from making his own money and being a real boss. You feel me?
Yeah. Speaking of which, like the Rory and Joe Budden, I'm tired of that beef.
Joe Budden did them folk wrong, man.
He did. It's hard for me to say I trust Joe.
His show ain't been the same ever since. Like, it's to the point where he done got Melissa Ford and Queen's Flip up there.
Yeah, I like Ice and Ish, but I haven't watched since. I haven't watched a full episode since Rory and Mal left. So
the boys just getting a check. They're like, I mean, they all right, but it's like,
Yeah. I mean, it's already a made podcast, so the check's gonna come. So
yeah,
it is what it is. Who you got tonight? Who you got tonight? Before we head out of here,
I'm looking for Miami to beat y'all ass and get swept, bro. You already know how I feel about y'all. Y'all,
Yeah.
until y'all do right by Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah. I'm gonna say history gonna get made tonight, but it depends on turnovers. That's the only thing that hindered Boston. Is turnover. Turnover.
Y'all barely won that game the other night, my man.
From turnovers though, and dumb shots.
Don't expect nothing to change in game 7, bro.
I thought Malcolm Brogdon. Well, he wasn't there last game, so I thought
y'all gonna start out hot just because y'all at home, but y'all not gonna put y'all foot on Miami net, and y'all gonna let them keep it close. And see, y'all gonna have a listen. Y'all listen.
Same thing about Philly.
Heed my words, Midgie.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna have a 12 to 14 point lead at the half. Y'all gonna have an 8-point lead going into the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And goddamn, Michael Jordan Jr.
Nah, I don't. You know what? I thought I gotta see game 7 Tatum. If Tatum come out on fire, or Jaylen Brown come out on fire, it's gonna be a while. Because I thought the same thing against Philly.
And I told you a couple weeks ago, Philly, for one, Joel ain't in good enough shape, and James Harden ain't in good enough shape. They're not used to playing that deep. Their bodies be done gave out by then.
Harden ain't played in that much shape, and
you feel me? So that's where you got to go with them. And then Doc Rivers was an overrated coach.
I think he just
I have Midgie. I just want you to know, I have never seen. I'm gonna put my blunt down for this. I've never seen one organization and everybody involved with winning one ring milk a championship more than you motherfuckers have. Doc Rivers immediately got thought of as a legendary coach. It raised Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen to a whole nother level that they've never been. And outside of Ray Allen, Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett milked the fuck out of that fucking ring.
Milked it?
How? Milked it. They still milking it today.
How? Because that's the last chip they got.
Yo. Rajon Rondo could talk more shit than KG and Paul Pierce right now, but don't. He got more rings than them.
I mean, yeah, but
Ray Allen could talk more shit than KG, Paul Pierce, and Doc Rivers right now. He got more rings than them, but they don't. That motherfucking Doc Rivers, high coach, contract getting ass, KG and Paul Pierce, yo, y'all was one win away from being Charles Barkley, brother.
No, we were one injury away from winning back-to-back. If Perkins didn't get hurt, and I'm saying that, I know that sounds crazy. Yes, if Perkins knee didn't give out, we had to depend on a 38-year-old Shaq.
Against who?
Against Gasol and Bynum. Yo, you gotta realize the Lakers were. Listen to this. The Lakers were 7 feet, and Lamar Odom dog on 7 feet on the wing. That's
6'10". 6'10".
Okay. Look at Denver. You see how much problems they caused at 7 feet, 6'10".
Touche.
No, we needed bodies in the game, and we had to depend on Rasheed Wallace, who was.
Whoa. Serious.
Yeah, but he was old that time. And Shaq, who was just trying to get another ring so he can say he got 5 like Kobe.
Mitch, y'all milked the fuck out of that one ring, yo. And what also killed me about y'all is y'all act like y'all weren't a super team.
But I mean, that's the way the times were going.
But they portray like y'all weren't a super team that was put together to beat one man and 12 G League players.
I'm not gonna say we're put together for Bron. Definitely not gonna say that. Definitely not gonna say that. I think they were they were put together for one thing and one thing in mind. Because KG even
said, and y'all got one.
Because if y'all got one, if Kobe would have answered the phone, KG would have been in LA.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. So it wasn't
insiders know that. That's true.
Insiders know that. Like, so it wasn't like I'm going to kill LeBron. Like, no, it was like I'm going because I carried a franchise for 10 plus years.
11 years.
Real and I carried a squad for this many years. Paul Pierce tried to carry Boston, but they just was horrible.
Hey, y'all folk got mad with Ray Allen, went to that good weather.
Oh man, I wasn't mad. I mean,
Hey,
because you gotta think
you got to blame Rondo. Rondo frees them out.
And then every time a trade rumor come up, Ray Allen name is mentioned. Yep. So that's just the business. Like that's the business.
And bro, we already know how y'all play when trade talks come up. So that's why I know, Miz, if y'all don't win tonight,
Brown out of there. Jaylen Brown out of there. He out of there.
Out of there.
He's out of there. So
he already too smart to be with y'all. Because you got to be dumbed down a little bit to deal with the bullshit you go on being in Washington.
Yeah. I don't know.
He already smart. You feel me? And that was the number one knock on him coming out of college. He's too smart.
Yeah, I don't know how they deal with that ball. I mean, because
it's different in Boston.
Man, from
you can feel it in the air.
Red Sox to the Patriots, like I wouldn't. And I've heard players say something from baseball players in the outfield.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I do not.
No, I do not.
I do not, but you know.
I mean, but much respect to soccer players, and soccer, that is the largest international sport. You feel me?
But my son randomly be saying things about Messi and stuff like that. I'm like, how do you know that? He was like, I see it on YouTube.
Pretty sure of that, man.
Yeah, but I haven't watched soccer. You know, basketball. I don't even watch NFL. So pretty much b-ball over here.
Neither one of us watch NFL, y'all. We ain't watched NFL since.
I ain't watched a full game since
pre-Kaepernick.
Yeah, it's before Kaepernick. This was before the whole fallout, and that was just more intense.
I do not like how they treat their players, and I honestly feel like with as much money that's being made.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you,
man.
Appreciate
you, man. With as much money being made, I feel like football players should be the highest paid players on the planet.
I think there should be some guarantee because of the high injury.
It's the last of the gladiators. I can't say it's the last of the gladiator sports, but the outside of fighting, it's the last of the gladiator sports, man.
Yeah. Because you always got that boxing. You always got to get that one guy. Because I don't even watch UFC.
Barely. It's no stars in it now, and like all the stars tend to be beefing with the owner.
Right. And so now, you know, when I see people excited about boxing, I'm like, oh, so boxing must got some stars now. Because that for once, when UFC came in, they kind of push other than
in the lighter weights, there's some real good scores. You got your, you got your tank, you know what I mean? You got your people, you know. You got everybody that could follow in that Floyd Mayweather vibe. You feel me?
I got you. I watch Big George Foreman too.
I ain't watched it yet.
Okay, we can save that in Sisu.
Okay, yes. That and Sisu next week.
For Sunday, because I watched Big George Foreman and it's some things I didn't know. So you know, I always like these stories told. Right. So things I did.
And he's still here to get his roses. You feel me?
Right, because I you know, I don't want to give it up, but you know, he went through some financial difficulties, not of his own accord.
Yeah, but boy, when he got that grill.
When he went to the bank and they told him what was in it. And then they said, and these checks from the grill.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I ain't watching it.
Yeah, go and watch it. We're gonna watch that in Sisu. SIS.
Yeah, Sisu. Sisu is raw. Sisu is grungy, grimy, dirty. But it's raw. Old buddy, hands on. Like just certain people you gotta leave alone because they feel different about their goals.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll check it out. I'm gonna check that out and check out Big George Foreman, and we'll be back Sunday. I think, yeah, Sunday. Sunday, and we'll be on to discuss that at 8. Sorry we didn't give y'all a warning, but we will next time. So Sunday at 8, we'll be back. Catch y'all next Sunday. All right.
Peace.